Hello, this is BornForPvM and welcome to my top 10 PvM series. This is episode 4, which is least attacks used to kill a boss. And before we begin, I want to clarify a few of the rules. For one, a Dragon Claw special will count as 4 attacks, as well as a recoil, a vengeance, or a deflect hit will also count as an attack. It doesn't have to be solo, however the more people you have in your clip, the lower it will rank. And you don't have to kill the minions, only the actual boss itself. However, if the boss requires you to kill the minions to actually kill the boss, such as Glaciers, then they will actually count. Now that we've clarified some of the rules, let's move on to the actual clips. Number 10, we have Nits with a Jad kill. And I'm not going to tell you how many attacks they use to kill the boss before you actually see the clip, because that kind of spoils it. So I'll let you watch and then I'll tell you how many hits it was at the end. So he used a rapier, which was odd because he could have used, there was a few mistakes, but his hits were really good and it was the best Jad kill submitted. Now he did make the mistake of using curses, so he had got deflects on the boss and it was actually 7 hits. And at number 9 we have a KBD solo. He starts off with low LP in the DH with curses, which is a risky move considering the high potential for a deflect. And smacks out some pretty nice hits and ends it with a 4 hit. It was tied for the best KBD kill, and so congratulations to him. And at number 8 we have ionoi. Okay, sorry about that. And he's got monster stun on the Dagonoth Mother. That is version 2, which is a lot harder than version 1. Anyways, he actually pulls off a 9 hit by dancing it using a good tactic because it won't switch from its melee stage, so it's weak to the Balmung the whole time. So good job, ionoi. Sitting at number 7, we have Silver Snake with a mole kill. So he overloads with DH and goes for the mole. And he does pop on the deflect, which is a risky move, but it doesn't affect him, so lucky him. He got the boost from the turmoil, so it was actually better off anyways. So as you can see, he's got more than half the LP to do with one last hit, and he does it. 3 hit the mole, good job. Placing 6th, we have once again ionoi, and he is once again at the Dominion Tower, but this time he's up against Nomad. Now as you can see on screen, he did credit Smokey9112 for the safe spot he's about to use. Now the reason I included this clip was because no one's Nomad entry came even close to being as good as this one, and obviously if someone legitimately got close to the amount of hits that ionoi got on this kill, then I would have included it. However, he was by a distance the best Nomad entry, so I put this one in. And yeah, it was with a safe spot, but it was still a good kill, good tactics, and still smart how he used the DH and all that. Strength aiming instead of a Fury, all that good stuff. And he ends it with 21 hits right there. And then he does his little show off, what a noob. Okay. And then bam, dead. And at number 5 we have Smokey9112, and he is at Saradomin with an AGS and a Studious Warhammer. And a Divine, what a prod. Okay, he starts overloading. I did speed up the clips because a lot of it is just walking and then getting the right boost and everything. Now Smokey did do this attempt solo, which makes it a lot harder than doing it in a duo or a trio, and so that's why he ranked above a duo, which actually got the same amount of hits. Now I did speed it up when he was dancing just to get his stats up and everything, and right there you saw the AGS 700. Nearly a 4 hit, really close. That would have been a great clip, but it's still a great clip, and it's a 5 hit, so good job Smokey. And let's move on to the next clip, number 4. And at number 4 is BornForPvM. Holy shit! Okay, no, but the reason I'm in my own top 10, a friend wanted me to try this with him, and earlier that day I did promise him I would go to Bandos with him to try it. So the first kill we actually did get a 4 hit, and the reason I'm using my perspective was because his perspective didn't show my hits, so you couldn't prove it was a 4 hit, so I had to use my own clip. I don't really try to enter my own top 10s, but again, I did promise him I'd go try it with him, and we weren't really expecting a 4 hit the first kill. So yeah, lucky there, lucky with the hits. You know, a lot of this, like the majority of it, is just luck with the hits and knowing what weapons to use. Alright, we're getting close to number 1. Here's number 3, which is a clip at Zamrock by Gamios3, however you pronounce that. So he's got his Slayer helm, he's got overloads, he's on Slayer tasks, he's got his AGS, he's ready to go. And 427 EXP drop, you know it's going to be a big hit. That's a 581 with a chaotic maul. Pulls out the AGS. And 836, that's a huge hit. What's he going to do next? Another AGS of 404, that's a great hit as well. And then this is a really amazing part, a maul 731. Now that's a big hit. Okay, great job. A nice 4 hit on Zammy. Let's get to number 2. At number 2, we have a group of people whose names are as follows: Fisher1512, the Kagi, Smokey9112, and ionoi. Now, as Smokey darklights the TD with near perfect coordination, they all 4 spec at the exact same time. And look at that. That was just amazing hits. That was great. And then Smokey finishes off the last and final hit, which would make it a 7 hit. So a 4-man Tormented Demon 7 hit, which is good. And I want to replay that one more time. Look at that. That is just amazing hits and just amazing coordination. Great job, all 4 of you guys. And I also want to mention, one of them lagged and couldn't abort the second hit after the Godsword specs. And that's why, as you can see, the TD flinched. So it was technically an 8 hit. However, it was not used to charge Turmoil, and there was absolutely no benefit from it whatsoever. So I'm not going to count that as a penalty. I'm not going to penalize him for it. Let's just move on to number 1. Number 1 is by Smokey9112, and it's another Tormented Demon kill, but this time it's solo. So as you can see on screen now, Smokey hits the Tormented Demon and then lures it over. So it's on range prey. It's been 1 hit so far, and that's a 2nd hit. And right there, Stadius Warhammer was the 3rd hit. And I'll let you just watch and see how Smokey does. Some pretty good switches, and also it's just really good the specs Smokey pulled off and the hits with the ranged, because what makes solo so much harder than trio or duo or 4-manning is the fact that you have to get it off of the range prey phase. And that is really what limits you, because you can hit 800s with AGSs, but you can only hit, what, like 600 max with ranged on these things. So great job, Smokey9112. That was a great kill. And thank you everyone for submitting clips. You guys all did a great job. Be sure to check out Smokey's channel by clicking the link on screen. And here was a quick little clip of me trading them the winnings. And I lost a clip of me giving the 5 mil to 3rd place. But he did get it, and good job to him as well. And here's a quick look at the prizes for the next top 10 PvM. And here is next week's top 10 PvM, and it is top 10 LOLs, which stands for Laugh Out Louds for all you noobs out there. And basically anything that can be conceived as funny or ironic, and commentaries are allowed. It must say in the description of the video, I give BornForPvM rights to use and or alter my video in the description of your video, and you must submit it before the deadline, and the deadline is Friday, December 9th, 2011. So be sure to submit your clips as soon as you can, and remember, anything funny will work. It doesn't have to be hilarious, it can just be mildly funny. And I really want to thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.